We got Jason's barn now. Adrenaline Rush, I see, is on the top of the list. He's technically in shed row 8, but still under their control right now. We had sent some horses over to Debbie to take care of just until we were done transitioning some of the horses around. You all right? Yeah. Okay, good girl. So Adrenaline Rush has been in 235. We'll continue to train him over the next 3 weeks around that same speed, 225, 220, 230. And then we'll start dropping him a little bit more. So we're at March 1st. By April, he'll be able to start going a little faster. I suspect by the second week in April or so, we'll be able to put him in the race bike. So we're still a good 5-6 weeks away. Amor Diener is now in Ohio. We transitioned him over. He's going to get ready for that series at the Meadows coming up in another, coming up in less than 3 weeks, I think. Now the 3-year-old division is April. The 3 and 4-year-old division is in March. So if we're not ready for that one in March, it's not really the end of the world. We will be looking for that April series though. Blue Bayou Dio trained the other day without hobbles on. She'll be going to Mohawk on Wednesday. I don't know if we plan on taking hobbles or not. I'd be interested to see if she can train without hobbles on, but I suspect she'll have to. Snow blowing in here, right? Why don't they put snow fences up in this township? Because they know where it blows in every time. It shouldn't be that hard. Is what?
Is this Jason's barn?
Oh yeah, she's not in Jason's barn. What the hell am I doing? I gotta take her out of there. I'm sorry. Bomb Hugger is training really well now. There's no rush for Bomb Hugger. I know Jason said she's training great, but I told him, I said, hey, just throttle it back because she doesn't need to be ready till about 2 weeks before the sire stakes start. Hey, 2 weeks before the sire stakes start. There's just no need for it. She has too much money and too many wins made. There's nowhere to race her. Addie Bear. Captain Mike Dio raced pretty good the other day. I think he can be better. Addie. I think he can be better. A few little tinkerings can be made with him. Ultimately, we're looking for a horse that can race in. He's eligible in Kentucky also. So that grassroots 3-year-old division in Kentucky or the grassroots in Pennsylvania. And if he doesn't get there, he doesn't get there. We'll race him in some overnights and sell him. But I wouldn't count him out just yet. This horse got a lot to offer, a lot of back class there. So we'll see what bubbles up in the next month or so with Captain Mike Dio. Compass Rose DC may be her last start ever. This week, Tuesday at Northfield Park. We'll see. As Jason said, she still has a couple of starts to drop real money off. So if we're going to do it, it might be worth pulling the trigger now and trying to get her in full. Last thing I want is getting her in full in June. That's not going to happen. So I think maybe this may be her last start this Tuesday at Northfield Park. We'll see. Confederate Cruiser. What, can you send me oh, you don't have your phone. You got to do something I forgot to do. Confederate Cruiser's getting closer to the races. Him and Procrastinator trained 2 weeks ago. I would say they're still a good 3 weeks away maybe, but both of them are training very, very good. Look at the mark smudges all over my windshield. Isa 10 looking good here. She's going to Mohawk on Wednesday to train. We'll see how she does. Garden State Dio. I didn't see her train this week. I didn't ask Jason how she trained on Friday. Well, no, she's not in that barn.
Yeah, but she's in.
I haven't changed Jason's barn to Dominic's, obviously.
But she's going.
She's going there eventually, but she's not there yet. She's not at Jason's barn, but she will be going there Wednesday. Garden State Dio, we'll see how she trained on Friday. I'm not sure. I didn't get an update from Jason on her. Globetrotting will be coming back in the next couple of weeks into the training barn. Grace, now Cindy said Grace trained fantastic on Friday, so she's getting closer now. I'm a Lovely Lady sold. She was sold this week. Wow, this list sucks. Jekyll and Hyde. Jason said trained very good on Saturday. He's got the rail, and we are going to try and race him with the rail very aggressively on Wednesday. LD's Patrick is not with Jason either. Is any of these horses with Jason anymore? LD's Patrick is with Mark Beckwith. He's not either. Mark Beckwith in Saratoga. But I guess I don't have an update for Beckwith. So LD's Patrick, we all know what happened. He made a break 2 weeks ago, and the races were canceled this week. There, update for him. Matt's MVP. We're going to school Matt's MVP Friday or Wednesday. Why didn't we race him this week? His liver count was very high. We've been working to try and mitigate that and get it down. We'll see if we can get that done in the next week or so. Mama Knows Best will be racing on Wednesday. She was really good her first start. Ronnie Wren's going to drive her again, I believe, I hope, on Wednesday. My Jazz is racing tonight at Flamborough Downs. That's her last race of her life and then she'll be bred. Of Tom is training down good. 1, 2. Skip a few was training good, but I told him to switch her, just gallop her for the next 3 weeks. She wears a lot, it's hard to explain, but she wears a lot of weight up front to trot, and sometimes that can put a lot of pressure on her hind end. Undue. She doesn't need to. This filly's got a great work ethic and is a real worker. So let's just get that endurance into her by galloping her. She's going to run for the next 3 weeks. Procrastinator, been very happy with the way he's training down. Can't wait to see him. Purple Aura, it was very good. Resolute Bay, both these horses are training up very, very good, getting close to races. We don't know what they're going to turn into, but they're doing the work very well. Purple Aura looks great in Ohio, and Resolute Bay, I saw him train here the other day. No hobbles on and looking really, really good. So and Sue will find her way to the B tracks this week in Ontario. Slim Jimmy has been training very good in Ohio. Stonebridge Dolce is now in Ohio training. Forgot to ask Jason how she trained. He asked for an equipment card on her the other day. She was actually in the top barn with the babies the last 3 weeks in Ontario. I trained her, Jimmy trained her. I thought she was looking really good. We'll see how she looked in Ohio this week. Stonebridge Simba's getting very close to racing. Sweet on Pete, tit for tat, step for step with Purple Aura. Both of them are in the same boat, same training sets, and getting closer to the races. Twin Bee Habanero, I thought looked good 2 weeks ago when I went with him. I've been very happy with him. Yes, he was making breaks. Yes, he jumped on his foot. But I thought the horse was good when I went with him 2 weeks ago. I wanted to ask Jason how he went yesterday. Also, I forgot to ask him. Unbeatable Kemp is not in Jason's barn. I don't know why I just mentioned that horse. Victor Cruz is no longer in Jason's barn also, but he trained very good yesterday. So there's been a lot of horses transitioning out of Jason's barn since Jason is going to be moving to Ohio full-time in the next couple of weeks. So Victor Cruz went back to the top barn and the baby barn. Unbeatable Kemp was always with Amy, but now is in Dominic's care with Amy. Voyage of Ice and Fire, qualified in 59, looked good. He's going to make his first sophomore start this coming Wednesday at Northfield Park. Walk on the Moon will school Wednesday at Northfield Park. Very, very happy with Walk on the Moon. White Tiger, back in the open. She's not quite an open horse. It's really becoming a problem. Probably what you'll see is if Locatelli races really well, I guess we can race him once more in the open. You'll probably see White Tiger and him flip-flop. Tiger drop down to the 28 class and Locatelli jump back up. I'm not a big fan of this, but at the same time, the horse is racing good. We'll continue racing him, I guess, for now. I know that Sylvain was... He maybe didn't agree with just turning him out. He thought the horse raced pretty good, finished up, and if he had him in a better position leaving the gate, he thought that he could be more effective. So, step by step, let's see how he does Monday in the 28,000 class from the 9-hole, and that will ultimately decide what we do with him thereafter. I think that's only fair.
You were talking about Locatelli, not White Tiger.
That's true.
Okay, I just wondered.
I made a mistake.
It was clear.
I transitioned from White Tiger to Locatelli.
Okay.
I didn't, but thank you for pointing it out. I don't like that. White Tiger will likely end up the 28,000 class next week is what I was getting at. Will to Win Hanover trained good the other day, and she also is not in Jason's care anymore. She's got to be going to school soon. I know James is trying his hardest to hide her and protect her from schooling, but he's going to have to at some point. We'll see at some point in the next 2 weeks she's going to be behind the gate in the schoolers. And yes, we'll be coming back into... He is in Jason's barn soon. He'll be coming back from the field to start back his 2022 training very, very soon. So a really rough and mostly incorrect list of Jason's barn. We'll be back with 3-year-olds in just a second.